Hi there. It's me, Priscilla B, and welcome to your reading, Sagittarius. So I just wanted to say that I watch other tarot readers' channels, and I consider myself, even though I'm not like so mainstream and I don't have like a million subscribers, but even though, I am not like, major top of the charts on the tarot reading channel, I do enjoy watching other tarot readers. And I find that, I get a lot of inspiration from other tarot readers. And I do feel like I am part of the tarot reading community, especially women tarot readers and also mother tarot readers because I'm a mom. And so I just wanted to say that one of the channels that I really do find very insightful and inspirational is the channel at Baddison Intuitive Tarot. And I really like her channel a lot. She's a mom like me. And if you are waiting for a new video to come up, or you're looking to watch more videos and gain more insight, and I only have, like one video for you for December, Sagittarius, check out her channel. It's a really good channel, and just, much love, much respect, that goes without saying, of course, because, but I do feel like I have to say it because recently, you know, um, at Baddison Intuitive Tarot, her channel, she was getting some, nasty comments, and, people weren't showing her the respect that she deserved. And so just, if you're going to be rude, then just stay away from YouTube tarot channels, because tarot is meant to be a peaceful spiritual practice that brings people together and offers insight and spiritual guidance and advice, and for entertainment purposes. That's my take anyway. That's my channel purpose anyway. So, it's not to like, have these super strict, entitled, uptight people commenting. All right. So moving on from that, Sagittarius, let's get into your reading. All right. So, okay, got a lot of cards flying out here. So I did just drink some coffee, but it's not kicked in, I don't think. All right, the Fool. Okay, so this seems to be a major theme for this month, for December. And I feel like, going into January, Sagittarius, at this point, why not? It's already middle of the month here. Um, you are someone who I feel like does enjoy travel. You do like adventure, but it isn't coming from like it isn't really in the like more material physical realm of that. It's more of like a spiritual mindset of how you can move and transform and go places in your mind, really. I mean, it's not so literal. Okay. I do think that when with the right, with the right circumstances, with the right, um, you know, uh, plan in place, Sagittarius, you do like to see new places, and you do like to explore new environments. But there has to be some sort of connection, I feel like, emotionally and mentally, that you have toward it. Otherwise, you're not really going to be motivated. I feel like you're at that place now where even the butterflies are like fluttering around your head sort of space, kind of just reminding you of like, you've been through all these travels, you've been through all these adventures, you've had all these transformations and metamorphoses. So what is it now that's sort of calling you to your next grand adventure? Or where is that step that you're about to take gonna take you? You know? So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So it's spinning. Okay. There's a lot of things happening here. It's a new year. It's a fresh new start. Also, happy birthday to Sagittarius. It's Sag season. So this is kind of like, you know, it's a transformational period. Okay. And I feel like your season and your time, it's all like now and current and happening. And you're really focusing on the big picture here. What can you do that's going to sort of, I feel like, make everyone happy, but also make you at the center happy for this adventure and for this new journey that you're about to go on? The Unknown card. Okay, so this is giving me, High Priestess vibes, intuitive energy, okay? And it's a crystal vision. It's still unknown. You're still in this unknown sort of mindset about where you want to go next. You have, I feel like, all these options, all of these choices in front of you, and the wheel just keeps spinning. But what is it that's going to draw your attention into what you want to do, or what is going to make you happy? I feel like is the overall theme here. Okay, I feel like staying close to home. I feel like being around people that bring out the happiness and the sort of positive energy in you. It's going to be crucial. The Two of Pentacles. Okay, this is a balancing act here. You've got this woodland fairy in the forest balancing two pentacles. Okay, she's not really choosing one or the other. She's still in that like, I'm balancing my options out sort of phase. So that kind of makes me wonder if you haven't really made up your mind as to where you're going or what you're doing next, because you've already been on a lot of trips. All right, so I also don't think this has really like a lot to do with love or falling in love. Like, I think it has to do with figuring out what it is exactly that you want to do with your time and energy. So Knight of Wands, as I say that, Ten of Pentacles, and Temperance. Okay, so as I say that, I do think that there is this creative spark or passion that is igniting in you, Sagittarius, at this time. And that spark of creativity or passion is what's going to drive you to your next successful endeavor. Wheel of Fortune. This is in alignment with your Nine of Pentacles. This is in alignment with your abundance. I feel like a lot of your choices have to do with like financial decision making, like what is worth your investment, what is worth your time and energy, your value of your money, of your abundance. Because whatever energy you're going to put in, there's there's Two of Pentacles and there's Ten of Pentacles, and your Wheel of Fortune comes up in alignment with your Nine of Pentacles. Okay, and the Nine of Pentacles is telling you what your value and your worth are. And I don't really use this word a lot, but I think your energy, your aura, your force field, okay, it's really the same. It's the same thing. It's really you feeling out where you want to go from here or what you want to do from here. Because the Unknown card is trying to show you a clear vision of what's happening, and that is the Two of Pentacles, and that's you're trying to balance things. Now your Temperance energy comes in again, when I mean again, I mean, I've seen this card coming up a lot. So I feel like that because the temperance is coming in, I do think, again, it's about that elemental balance of energy, of auric change or structure. Your aura is like it's your kind of it's your energy field. And there's a beautiful rainbow happening here. Okay. Um, but you don't really know, like, where is this going, like this Knight of Wands is this creative spark of energy, could be a masculine energy. You're hoping for some kind of divine sort of maybe intervention or idea or concept, but I think really it's not really so much waiting, it's more about, like, temperance is about patience. So, oh, and then we have the King of Cups. So maybe if you wait out, um, like a little bit longer about and have some patience about where you want to go that next, then the ideas are going to come together and everything's going to make sense. And this King of Cups is sort of bringing in that emotional stability and balance that you're looking for, with the Two of Pentacles, because you don't want it to be, you really don't want your decisions to just only be about like financial things, but you also want there to be, but that's like the practical thing, Sagittarius. So maybe making decisions and planning for adventures and trips financially, is something you're in constant flux about. But then your King of Cups is like, well, how do you feel? Like, what is going to make you feel good? Like, if you invest your money into something that's going to make you feel good and better, isn't that a wise investment? So wouldn't that make the most sense? So it's a toss up, right? But I'm gonna draw some Christmas cards for you here. I have these lovely Christmas cards. Okay. They have adorable little elves on them. And I'm going to see what is going on deeper with these cute, adorable cards. We're gonna get really just cute little Christmas cards here. Okay. So we're going to take a look, see what's happening with that. So I've got the Two of Cups. Perfect. I love that this card came out because this is two adorable little elf friends, or, best buds, that are sharing in a cup of joy and merriment, right? Or they're exchanging gifts, right? They're exchanging their cups. So I think that is a perfect solution to this King of Cups, Two of Pentacles energy, is coming together and sharing in just a time of joy and merriment, with someone you love or someone who loves you. And I just said I wasn't picking up on any like love or romantic energy, and then this card comes through, and maybe that's what you need, right? Maybe you need, if you're feeling like the Fool that's always on this next new adventure, this next new place that you want to go, and your fortune is very blessed at this time, but you're just not sure where you want to go or what you want to do. And then this Knight of Wands is sort of like, well, what's going to spark your creativity? What's going to draw on your passion? Like, what are you passionate about? And that's what this emotional sort of element comes in. And that's why you need a King of Cups sort of energy, right? You need someone who's going to like, say, okay, well, what's going to bring you the most happiness, the most joy, the most emotional fulfillment? And then that's going to bring about the Two of Cups, which is like that equal give and take. So there is love here. There is, maybe even a romantic interest here, but it's also that sort of like holiday, joyful spirit energy that's like, it's time to be kind to all, or loving to all, or generous with all. And obviously there's going to be exceptions to that. Obviously there's going to be boundaries, and there's going to be things like that. But I feel like what's happening at the core or the essence of this whole like energetic shift that's happening, where you're like, I want to go on a new journey, I want to go see things. My fortune is blessed here. My life is blessed here. That kind of mysterious or unknown is showing you, like, look at this, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, the boy and the girl are planting this seed together. Okay, they're growing this together. They're growing something beautiful and lucrative together. Financial abundance, pentacles growing on the tree, but they're working together in harmony to create this beautiful little life. They're planting a seed. Okay, and it's growing and it's bringing them luck. It's bringing them abundance. So whatever's happening where you're like confused or you're not sure, you are being blessed here, and you are being shown like good fortune and good luck here. So it's for you to accept. It's for you to believe in. Ace of Cups, perfect timing. This a beautiful Ace of Cups. Okay, this shift of emotional support, emotional energy, emotional timing and significance, where things are starting to make more sense. You're starting to see that you can actually trust your feelings moving forward. Again, that sort of Temperance, she works with the cups, right? She works on creating rainbows, taking water and fire, that creativity and that emotional stuff and that fiery, passionate energy, and creating something beautiful. And that's really what you're doing, is you're creating something beautiful here, Sagittarius. Okay, like your energy showing up to the party or the event or the holiday, or you telling everybody to meet at your place or meet at this location. That's really like your fulfillment of emotional, like, leadership, like taking an emotional leadership role. Okay, and that's what the unknown is showing you. That's what the hand is. She's putting out her hand with the crystal ball for you to go inside and look within. Look within yourself. That's really what that crystal ball represents. It represents what we envision for ourselves, or what we see for ourselves. Okay, so your Ace of Cups, it's that this is what you're gonna see. Okay, you're gonna see the most fulfilling, emotional, secure foundation, I feel like, or setup, like plan in place. Eight of Wands, candy canes. Okay, so a lot coming in all at once. Okay, you're getting a lot of messages, you're getting a lot of information all at once. So if you slow down, if you take your time with it, it'll all, I feel like, all come together and start making more sense. Okay, look at this, Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, this is like you're being blessed here. You're being given more fortune and blessings, good tidings of great joy. No, but the financial blessings are coming in. The abundance is coming in, Sagittarius. Okay. Oh, look, the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. I knew there was like this energy where I'm like both cards, like the Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of synchronicity happening here. Okay, almost like serendipity, or like coincidences, right? Where you're starting to see the time is really showing you, as time gets closer and closer to Christmas or whatever this big event is that's happening, right? I mean, Christmas is 10 days away, 9 days away. So whatever this big event is, right, it's showing you like, okay, it's all coming together. It's all making sense now, right? Because before it was like you're like in this spiritual sort of realm or aura or energy of like, am I going to have the abundance? Is things going to look good for me? Like this golden aura, like, sort of. Okay, but it's showing you that this Pentacles, this hard work that you're putting in, working together with someone else. So maybe someone else, right? There you go. So this energy you're working out, it's going to show up when you need it the most, because it is coming in for you now. And I feel like you still have a little bit of doubt or a little bit of like hesitance, but it is starting to work out. Things are starting to come together. Okay. Strength. There you go. Right. The little elf is giving the Yeti a little present, right? A little gift. There's something for everyone. Okay. I feel like it's the message here. There's something for you. There's strength here. You are being handed strength. You are being handed courage. I know it's like, okay, I got another, event to show up to, or another thing to do, or another, it's another day, but it's all coming together so that you can shift or transform or change into what this new this new adventure, this new journey that you want to go on. The Fool comes out at the very first card in your reading, and then we're ending it off with like the Strength card. It's like you start off this energy and adventure, this journey, maybe this year even. Okay, let's just break it down into time, because we have the Wheel of Fortune with time here and the clock, the bell tower. Okay, or not the bell tower, but it's a clock here. I don't know. I'm thinking of a bell tower. Probably because I just watched The Hobbit and there was a bell. But definitely recommend watching that around this time of year. So you're starting off something here that's new and different. But it's also something where it's like, you're like, okay, well, it's new, it's different, but I feel like it's the right move. And you're a little bit hesitant, you're a little bit unsure, but then comes in all these great, powerful cards, like these powerful energies, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, that are like, you have the emotional bandwidth, okay? You have the financial bandwidth here. You have both hand in hand. Okay, look at this. They're coming together here. Okay, so whatever this like balancing act that you had to do, is like you can leave that all behind. Yeah, we got the Moon and the Six of Pentacles, all the Five of Pentacles. Oh yeah, and the Three of Cups. Yeah, whatever this thing is that you're afraid of with this like Five of Pentacles here, being left out in the cold, not being invited to the party. Look at the beautiful Christmas tree. You have options of where you want to go or how you want to spend your holidays. Oh gosh. Okay. I've never sneezed in one of my videos before, I don't think. But it's that time of year. There's like little snowflakes here, little like snow falling, and these two little elves, they're outside. They're not inside in the warm house with the tree and enjoying the lovely, beautiful warmth and feeling of being inside the home. They're outside it. And I feel like for you, it's like, this little elf, he's even got crutches and like a bandage on it. He's sad. He's hurt. Spending your holiday feeling sad or hurt and feeling cold and outside and not in like just not part of the holiday celebration. That for you is like, traumatizing or triggering or upsetting or like, it's hurtful, right? When you feel this way, when you feel rejected, when you don't feel like you're included. But it's an energy that isn't like so like right now. It's not an energy that's like right now happening. It's an energy. It's merely it's like, there's gonna be things where there's gonna be times and there's gonna be things where you're just like, you're not gonna be feeling like you're welcome somewhere. There's always gonna be places like that. But there's also gonna be the Three of Cups. There's going to be celebration with those who love you, who support you, who care about you, who want to see you joyful and happy and full of love and joy. And I think the reason why I felt at the beginning of this reading that I wasn't picking up on love and romance is because I think in your past with this Five of Pentacles, you were feeling rejected. You were feeling isolated and cold and sad and not included. And it is a very hurtful energy. It is a very hurtful thing to do to someone, you know, especially when it's Christmas, especially when it's the holiday season, and you are such a beautiful soul, Sagittarius. You have so much love and joy in your heart, and you want to give it and you want to share it. And it's just not, when it's not reciprocated, it is a very painful feeling. Okay. Um, but your whole reading is telling me like that's not like gonna be how you're not gonna be, you know, feeling that way anymore if you were already feeling that. The universe is sending you so many blessings, so much abundance, so much emotional support at this time. The Three of Cups is really, like, I feel like is very undervalued, but it is one of like the strongest cards in the deck because it's about like coming together and community and in friendship and in family and in harmonizing together. Um, and there's always like events happening. There's always people meeting and celebrating together. And it's just such a beautiful card and a beautiful energy. And they're the three little elves. They're all drinking from their cups. They're all got a little cute snowman there. Like, it's just so wonderful and special. And this moon card and the Six of Pentacles is like, you know, there's obviously like charity, right? Or there's obviously like, you know, giving back, right, to your community. There's a little fish here. This little elf is giving it to the little kitty. You know, there's volunteering at, you know, like animal shelters, for example. You know, that's a nice fun way to celebrate the holidays. You know, there's all kinds of ways that you can feel like you're not alone on the holidays, or you're not feeling sad, or you're not feeling like there's no purpose for you or meaning for you. That's just not the case. That's just not true. Okay. And I know there's like these people with this self feeling like entitlement, or, you know, like they don't need to be generous or kind to someone else because like um that's not their, like, you know, preference, or that's not their way of life or doing things. You know what, screw those people. You don't need to be around those people. Also, you don't need to be around people who make you feel like a charity case. Like, if you need help, you need help, but don't be around people who are trying to make you feel bad for needing help, or pressure you into a place where it's like, okay, well, this is how I'm going to treat you, and you're just going to have to deal with it. If you don't feel comfortable with the way they're treating you, then just say no, right? You'd be like, I don't want that, right? So I feel like, again, that's where this moon card comes up, which I didn't really get into the moon card here. And this reading is getting kind of, you know, I noticed some of my videos don't get watched if they're like over half hour. But there's this little kid, and he's like peeking through the window, this little elf, and he's peeking through at this other elf sitting, or this is actually not an elf. This is a kid, I think, because their ears are not pointed, with their little toys, and they're sitting outside the moon. There's a tree in the back. It's like sometimes you just need to sit with your and kind of just contemplate life and events, and look at the year past and the years to come, and just like sort of have like a little moment to yourself, you know. And I feel like it's interesting to point out like this, like maybe his younger sibling is behind him, you know, like, oh, I want to go outside, I want to be with the big kids, right? But he's not allowed outside or something. Or maybe even, you know, it could be you know, he's just noticing how his like older brother is just looking up at the moon in awe, and just seeing how beautiful and bright it is, and just enjoying that. You know, it's, the moon is a big thing, right? But it's like those small moments can really mean big things to people. So that's where I look at this and I'm like, well, maybe there's more going on than meets the eye, Sagittarius. Maybe, you know, it's your season. I think it's still Sag season. I don't know. But, you know, it's your, the whole year is your season, really, Sag. But, you know, this is your time right now to sort of like listen and trust that intuitional guide inside yourself, and that spiritual side to yourself that's like, wow, maybe I really do have a lot of good things happening right now. Maybe I don't need to worry so much. Maybe I don't need to try to balance everything. So that being said, I'm going to draw for you a card. I have for you here the World card. Okay, because there you are, Sag, at the center here, and I feel like you have these different, spirit guides showing you the way forward. I feel like you have this protection, this protective aura around you. There's a wreath around this woman in the center here, and the World card, okay, upright, completion, accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, and arriving. Okay, and I feel like it's that like arrival period and that travel period that are still kind of like right amiss for you, but I feel like it's all going to work out, Sagittarius. We got the number 21 reduces to 3. We got the 3 of Cups, right, which I told you is like, it's a very important, significant time for you to be together with other people that love you and support you and make you feel supported, make you feel loved. And 3 is about community, optimism, and joy. And I was talking about that community. So maybe you don't have like a big family that you go and travel and visit to, or that comes and visits you, but maybe you are like, spending time with people in your community. Okay. And then, or building on your community, right? And then we have, the reverse side, right, which is seeking personal closure, shortcuts, delays, no closure, and incompletion. These are things you're worried about, like, an incomplete idea, an incomplete plan, an incomplete system of events, right? But, or, you are seeking this, like, really like more deeper understanding of yourself and like what you're willing to put up with, which we really shouldn't have to like put up with anything, okay, as moms, but what you're willing to accept in your life and what you're willing to not accept in your life. And I think it's pretty easy, it's pretty like cut and dry for you, Sagittarius, because when someone makes you feel like this, when someone makes you feel worthless, when someone doesn't invite you to a celebration or a gathering or a family event, or doesn't want to make you feel part of something and makes you want to feel disconnected or cut off, that is not really like what your cup of tea or your cup of coffee, right? That is something you're just not going to put up with and deal with. If someone is like making you feel hurt or making you feel sad or making you feel like your happiness is not important to them, only you work for them, right? That's again something like this sense of entitlement, or this sense of like people having ownership over you, but you're not invited, right? I own you, but you're not coming to my party. I own you, but you're not, welcome here, right? You're only, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a very like hurtful, negative energy. Okay, so I don't think you're going to hang out with people like that this holiday season. I don't think you want to be around people like that. I think you are with people that get you, that understand you, that make you feel good about yourself. And you at the center here, and feeling safe and feeling protected and feeling part of something big and beautiful, that you don't have to worry and stress about anything. That's going to be where you want to be for this season. Okay. So, that is my reading for you, beautiful Sagittarius. Happy birthday, happy new year, Merry Christmas, love and light always. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up button and the notification bell for any new readings that I post. All right, thanks again. Bye.